All right, so real quick refresher on heart rate. The three main areas that we're going to measure in class: radial, thumb side. So if I'm here, because I'm measuring on myself, I'm taking 2 fingers here, not my thumb, because your thumb, you might kind of pick up your own pulse. So you're gonna use those 2 here, radial side, thumb side. Should easily be able to feel the pulse and count it. All right, so another side that we commonly use, especially when we're taking blood pressure, is your brachial. So this is your antecubital fossa. Typically you're gonna go about 1 inch up and then inside the bicep belly. For people with smaller biceps like myself, it's really easy to find the pulse. People with really large biceps, depending on if it's more muscular and they're more vascular or it's a little bit more adipose tissue, it might be a little harder to find the pulse. So you might have to move around a little bit. All right, and then the next one is the carotid. So 2 fingers, right side. Everyone reach up there. You can feel that pulse. Okay, so when you're at rest, the best way to do it is a 60-second count. So let's say I'm sitting down and my trainer comes and grabs my wrist. I'm a little nervous for whatever reason. My heart rate might be a little faster in that first 15 seconds than it will be in the last 45. So if I just take it for 15 seconds, let's say it's 10, multiply that by 4, 40, super, super low. All right? What if I take it for that whole amount? Let's do another number. Let's say it was 20, okay? Makes it more sense. Then I multiply that by 4, my heart rate's 80. But maybe during the next 45 seconds, it lowered, and my total count would have been more like 70. That's a big difference when we're talking about looking at how close we're getting into that non-normal range, all right? When we're exercising, the reason that we do 15 seconds and multiply it by 4 is A, you can't sit there and palpate on somebody exercising for 60 seconds, and B, I wanna know what your heart rate is right at that second. Okay, so 15 seconds is a lot easier to get a quick read. Let's say I count for 15 seconds and it's 30. All right, so now my heart rate's 120. But if I sit there and I do it for a whole 60 seconds, maybe it was 120, but maybe now that it's 60 seconds later, I'm at such a higher intensity that now it's at 130 or 135. That's kind of important to know when you're tracking how people's heart rate's increasing. So that's only if you don't have a heart rate monitor. Ideally, we do always have a heart rate monitor, but we always kind of want to do backup checks too, because sometimes heart rate monitors aren't as accurate as we'd like them to be, especially if they shift. Everybody's worn one of those watches and they're looking down and they're running really fast on the treadmill and they're like, 83, really? That's not right. I know my heart rate's at least in the 100s. So, again, true resting, when you guys do your practical, full 60 seconds. Gives the full window of what's going on, all right? And then you don't have to worry about math during your practical because you're just counting for 60 seconds. When you're doing exercising or your client's doing exercising, 4 times that 15-second number, all right? Usually you can write that down and then you can kind of calculate later. All right,